Hey guys, good day everyone. I request you to watch this entire video and please support this human being. Also, please leave a like and do subscribe my channel. Thank you.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy Sunday, everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you how to protect your systems, as in your home system, for example, or your home PC in the form of laptop or desktop, against fileless malware. Okay, so you may have heard about this fileless term. Okay, if you are already into cybersecurity, working as a professional, or aspiring to get into a career that would test your cybersecurity skills, or if you have done certification in the form of CEH, other certifications like OSCP, etc., you should be familiar with this term fileless. Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to implement a solution, okay, that would either mitigate or completely protect your system against these fileless attacks. All right, so let's quickly get started, guys. And before that, you may ask me what is fileless malware here. Okay, so basically file based malwares usually run on your hard disk and execute all those negative expressions as well as negative activities. All right, however, this malware, which is fileless, execute directly on your um, memory, as in your random access memory, which is volatile in nature. Okay, each and every time after restart, everything wipes off. Okay, so that is why it is called as volatile memory. And this particular fileless malware, it is usually executed directly on your memory. As a result, all your traditional antivirus programs fail to detect them in particular, and hence it easily becomes um, the I mean easily becomes what do you call it? It easily evades the detection, basically. Okay, that's what I want to say in exact terms. Okay, so basically these defense evasions happen in the form of these fileless attacks. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly show you a combination of solutions that is you can implement on your personal laptop in particularly. Like if you feel that you're susceptible to all these social engineering tricks in the form of phishing emails, other form of tricks that you may become prey of. Hence, and if you wanted to find a way to prevent against these kinds of activities from attackers. Okay, and this particular solution is going to be very helpful for you. Okay, so let's quickly get started, guys. So I have some combination of solutions that you should be inculcating on your personal device, because as you know, all the enterprise organizations will have advanced security solutions which will definitely catch hold of these kind of attacks or risks coming in the form of these attacks. Okay, hence there is limited thing that we can do if you already have an advanced security solution in the form of EDR, XDR, NDR, etc. There's any endpoint detection and response, next gen antivirus, next gen firewalls, and then HIPS host intrusion prevention systems, and then network detection response, XDR, which is recently introduced, extended detection and response, okay, which Microsoft has provided, as well as there are a lot of security solutions which are advanced in nature, which can easily detect any kind of fileless based attacks, okay, coming from a bad actor, basically. Okay, so it's obvious that on your personal device you won't have an EDR solution, okay, because EDR solutions are licensed in nature. So you would have your Defender, Microsoft Defender's antivirus capability. However, um, I would not call it as a next gen antivirus, but yeah, but definitely, yeah, Microsoft Defender antivirus can be called as next gen antivirus. But again, it would have its own limitation, basically. Okay, so so like I said, even the antivirus at times may not be able to fully catch hold of fileless based attacks. Okay, um, and basically, when I say next gen antivirus, I'm just telling you about something called behavioral analysis and heuristic based protection. Okay, that detects anomaly behavior. Okay, coming in the form of any threat actors, like for example, unsigned PowerShell scripts or any other kind of macros which would have malicious code. Okay, injected to a probably VBA code, malicious VBA code injected into a Word document or your Microsoft Office applications. Okay, and then that performing intrusive action in the background, and then finally our next gen antivirus in the form of Microsoft Defender antivirus. Okay, detecting that anomaly behavior. Okay, and preventing the script from doing something harm to that particular to your home PC. Okay, so that in that sense, Microsoft Defender antivirus can still protect your system. Okay, but like I said, again, this particular antivirus, even the next gen antivirus, is not a foolproof solution. Okay, so that is the reason organizations deploy additional capabilities in the form of endpoint detection and response solution, which is called as Microsoft Defender for Endpoint. If I'm talking about Microsoft's portfolio in security solution framework, okay, and then you have Microsoft also provides your extended detection and response capabilities. That is, provide giving additional security protection against all other O365 and 365 products. Okay, and even the cloud apps. So all these protection collectively is called as XDR, extended detection and response. Okay, and not just with the endpoint and detection response. And also you have NDR capabilities. Okay, as well as not NDR within the Microsoft scope. I'm telling about the next gen firewalls, which generally provides you the network detection response capabilities, as well as you have something called HIPS, host intrusion prevention system. Again, it is a network security solution basically. Okay, then you have host intrusion detection system as well. So all these collective features, collective solutions, okay, act as a protection, okay, layer of protection, adds to the layer of protections within an organization or within an enterprise network. But these solutions, right, you not have it on your home PC or your personal device. Hence why all these solutions that I'm going to recommend now is what you need to have on your personal device. Okay, because it may not be there by default, so hence you have to manually implement them. Okay, so let's quickly start, guys. Firstly, what I would suggest is to disable macros. Okay, for all your office applications like Excel, PowerPoint, as well as your Microsoft Word document. So let's get started, guys. All you have to do is just open your Word and just go to Options. Okay, and here under Trust Setter Settings, just open that, go to macro settings and ensure that this option is selected, guys. For example, if the option reads enable all macros, which is not recommended, you can see here the implication of having this option enabled. So it could basically run a malicious code, okay, without your knowledge, and as a result it may turn out to be something severe. Okay, so hence if you check this option, it is going to protect your computer, guys, really, from basically you've partially mitigated the risk of threat coming in the form of fileless attack. Okay, so that's already checked here. And then now you go to Excel, open the Excel and just same, go to options, trust center settings, go to macro settings and ensure the second option is checked, guys. Disable VPA macros with notification. Okay, you can do this also. Okay, if you want to allow any digitally signed macros coming in the form of like if in case, but it's usually recommended for enterprise organization, guys. So you need not necessarily select this one. You just can go with the second option. Disable macros with or without notification, anything of your choice. Okay, then again the last left is PowerPoint. I'll open PowerPoint. Go to options, trust center settings, and disable all macros with notification. Yeah, it is fine, guys. Ensure that this option is not enabled. Okay, second option needs to be enabled, which is disable all macros, and that's one part of the solution which you have enabled now, which means we have partially mitigated, okay, the risk coming in the form of fileless attacks. Okay, and we have potentially safeguarded our system. Now let's go to the other solutions, guys. So mostly these fileless based attacks happens in the form of unsigned partial scripts, guys. Okay, so which would have some malicious code within it, embedded within it, and then that executes without our knowledge. Okay, let's say in the form of a phishing email, and that injection. Okay, so basically it is called as code injection. Okay, let's say let me open Word. Okay, and here I'm just opening this. If we go to view, right, okay, if I go to macros here, there may be a malicious code, okay, which is unsigned, okay, which has some instructions to do something which they should not have done, okay, and without my knowledge I have executed it. Okay, so in that case what happens is these particular uh, that particular code, okay, would actually directly get loaded to my memory rather than me saving it locally. Okay, so that particular code, okay, I just opened it from my email and it's not going to save it, guys. It's directly going to run it on my machine directly via my random access memory. Okay, as a result what happens is my traditional antivirus, okay, let's say I have my defender antivirus just now. If I just open, I can show you right away here. Let's see, query win defend. Okay, you see my defender antivirus is running just now. Okay, and now what happens is, let's say my defender antivirus could not catch it, and that is my system is actually infected with the fileless code injection. So this is how, guys, this is what I was telling. So you know what I should be doing in such a case, because now I have disabled all macros, and that's one form of protection I have already enabled. But let's say it is not a macro in the form of a Word document. Okay, it's not a VBA code. Macros generally I refer to VBA code attached within a Word document or any other Office application. Okay, so I have put a protection against this malicious macro in the form of VBA code. However, what if it was a PowerShell script? So that is what I'm going to implement now. So now let's say if I have gotten a malicious PowerShell script. So now what to do next? So all I have to do is just open this one here, Windows PowerShell. you have to open it as administrator basically. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is, just a second guys. So the command is this one guys. Okay, basically if I just do a get execution policy, you should get this option guys. Okay, restricted. Okay, so basically this means that my system is not going to allow execution of any malicious partial script guys. So for yeah, this is the simple explanation of what this execution policy is currently that is set to in my PC. Okay, so basically all you have to do is, in case if it is showing as unrestricted to you, there are a lot of modes guys, which I can talk about separately. But for now, we will just stick to restricted and unrestricted, or you can call it as bypass. Like if it's showing as bypass or unrestricted, it typically means that the PowerShell within your which is legitimate Windows utility, system utility, that is going to allow execution of malicious codes or malicious scripts. However, after coming to know that it is set to restricted, which means that my Windows PowerShell is hardened to not allow the execution of malicious PowerShell scripts, which is the most prominent way of an attack happening in the form of what do you call it, in case if there is a fileless attack basically. Okay, the most common way or the most common technique that an attacker could use is execution or initial access via a malicious PowerShell script. So here itself we have put a block here. Okay, so having this setting enabled, it's again some level of protection that I have put in on my system. Okay, so in order to make it push this policy, all you have to do is just note down this command guys, set execution policy hyphen execution restricted. So once this is set guys, I will just show you how it works. So currently you need to run as administrator to enable this option. Okay, once you put this security feature guys, so you could actually prevent execution of malicious partial scripts basically. Okay, so another feature that you could enable is login. Okay, set partial login. Actually this is optional guys. Okay, just a second. I think there are a few more switches that we have to apply. Just hold on guys, I will just, I'm not remembering on top of my head what two switches are. Just 2 minutes. So guys, yeah, like I said, I'm just going to execute this thing here. So this is basically optional guys. This is basically particularly if you're having an organization of your own, then this needs to be done. And if you have any SIAM solution, okay, so basically this particular thing, right, which is your get execution, basically here this restriction is actually blocking execution of any malicious scripts guys coming in the form of partial, and those blocking, right, that is going to get locked, okay, within your system. And in case if you're if you want the logging to happen and let you know whether what kind of scripts got blocked and what kind of scripts got allowed, okay, so this particular setting can be enabled. Okay, so basically we will be defining a switch at the end called as true, that is going to log the blocking of script executions. Okay, so let me give a tab here, see if it is coming. Okay, then I'm just going to specify dollar guys, see if it works. Okay, it's telling log script log execution. So hold on guys, maybe I'm doing it wrong here. Let me type the command manually here again. Maybe it's case sensitive, which is not the case. I'm referring to the Microsoft documentation. Okay, okay, log script log execution. Yes, so let me execute this command, see if it works. Okay, it's not working guys. Maybe something is wrong. Basically it's actually optional guys, like it's not a security feature here which you're doing, it's just we're enabling logging guys. It's optional, you may do it if you're interested to do, but however command seems to be failing. Actually I need to work on this, probably will make a separate video on this topic, because it's not really security measure that we are taking here. So it's not going to block anything, it's basically logging it. Okay, but I'm eager to fix this error. Okay, because the video is going lengthy, we're just going away from the exact motto of the video. Hence I will try to figure out why this is failing, because it says there is no commandlet available as in the get function is not getting executed. Okay, for example, if I do like this, you will see if I select tab, right, keep pressing tab, there are a lot of functions coming as in the commandlet. However, this commandlet is not available. Even the set one is not working, and there is some issue. However, I will try to correct it separately. We'll delete it separately. It's not the exact mode of this video. And so one feature which we have already enabled, which is your execution policy over here, which is set to restricted, which is, I mean, it's going to protect your PC against execution of malicious partial codes or scripts. Okay, and another restriction that you can do is constrain language. Okay, so for that again there is a simple partial command. Okay, and for that all you have to do is before that you have to log in as an administrator, guys. Okay, let me quickly do that. Windows partial, and I'm just going to quickly run it as an administrator here. Okay, close this up here. Basically this one, what it does is it actually limits the capabilities of PowerShell, guys. In other words, so basically all those actions, right, even if you're running it as administrator, some level of tasks that requires more privileges, okay, so some kind of elevation of permissions that are required for performing certain tasks would be limited with this particular restriction enabled. Okay, so all you have to do is just again, this is a command, guys, that we need to execute. Execution context, you see, yeah, I just did a tab, guys, and it came. And if I just do this session here, session state, that's automatically applying, guys. And then again, if I do a tab here, language mode, that is automatically coming again. And then if I do an open quotes, if I do a tab, okay, it's not coming. Now we'll type it manually, guys. Constrained. Do a tab here, still not coming. So I will have to type it manually, guys. Apologies. Constrained, then language. And that's it, guys. That this again, this restriction is also applied now. So again, this is another security feature, guys, that we need to enable, okay, which we have already done here. Okay, and so with this, so with these restrictions, another thing that you can do is directly go to PowerShell, right click, okay, and then just do an open file location, okay, and then for both these things, x86 as well as PowerShell, just what you have to do is go to properties, go to security, okay, and then under security, any account that is not related to you, okay, in case if there are more accounts that you have, okay, basically apart from your account, if you have any other account that you use, okay, where you can restrict the permissions here. For example, if there was a test user here, all you have to do is go to edit, okay, for example this particular account here, what I would be doing personally is currently I'm not able to do anything here. Let me see if I'm able to modify something here. So for example, this is my account, change. Basically because these are my own accounts, I'm not able to do anything. So, so let's do one thing here. I'll create account here. Okay. Basically, my intention to tell you is like any account that um it's not native to you. Okay, if you're unaware of any other accounts, okay. So apart from any non-administrative account, okay, just remove this full control, modify, write permissions basically. Okay, just give just give read permissions alone. Okay, not give full control permissions. Basically, we need to remove the permissions, the full control, modify, read and execute, etc. Write permissions. So only give the read permissions to those non-administrative accounts, which would perhaps if they have full permissions, okay, those can actually act as a probably insider threat, and those accounts can be used for any of these actions, okay, and I mean for a bad outcome, okay. So that's why limiting the permissions I'm telling. Okay, so this is you can call as access control, okay, controlling the access, okay, of any non-administrative accounts, okay. uh, and this is particularly applicable in case of a enterprise network or or this would particularly apply to organizations. For me, if I see here, it's all both the accounts are belong to me, so I don't have any other account to revoke permissions here. Okay, so I basically want to tell in case if there are any other non-administrative accounts, okay, just in case in your home if you have I mean let's say if you've and basically it's absolutely not applicable, guys. Okay, in case if you have created just for your own learning purpose, you can create a separate account and revoke the permissions. which I can show you just now, but I don't think that is necessary because you should be able to get hold of what I'm trying to say. Just revoking the permissions on any non-administrative accounts. That's what I wanted to convey to you. Okay, so that way it is actually restricting any kind of unauthorized um, actions, okay, via an administrative account, which will have full permissions. Okay, so this is how you implement a comprehensive strategic solution, guys, in preventing your home system, or in case if within you have a small medium business company where you don't have or where you can't afford an EDR solution. Okay, so these are the things, or these are the ways to that you should be going about. Okay, preventing your small medium business computers. Okay, in case if you aren't able to afford advanced security solutions. So these practices which I have said are kind of best practices that you can definitely look at and implement. Okay, either in your personal PC or on your SMB network, small medium business network of computers. Okay, and if you found this video helpful, please hit the important button, guys, and do not forget to subscribe my channel for more useful technical videos like this. We'll meet in the next video, guys. Until then, stay safe, eat healthy, cheers, ta. Hey guys, so basically, Microsoft Defender Antivirus and Defender Exploit Guard can work together to provide your computer the robust protection against these fileless attacks via malwares. Okay, so Microsoft Defender Antivirus, right, uses the anti-malware scanning interface, which is called as MSI, to detect and block the fileless malwares, guys, which often, as you know, leverages built-in tools like PowerShell to execute its malicious code, okay, into the memory directly without writing the files into your hard disk. Okay, as well as this, there is one more feature called Microsoft Defender Exploit Guard, or exploit protection, which adds an extra layer of protection, guys, by applying various mitigation strategies to help prevent malwares from exploiting known vulnerabilities to gain access to your computer system. Okay, so this also includes protections against memory based attacks, okay, and other sophisticated techniques employed by these fileless malwares. Okay, so by combining these tools, we can significantly enhance our defenses against these fileless malwares, guys. And also, it includes other advanced threats as well. Okay, so let's quickly get started, guys. Further. Hello everyone, good evening for watching this video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to implement some of the device level protection, which will help your computer system protect itself against fileless based attacks coming in the form of fileless malware. Okay, which attackers employ. Okay, using different techniques. So in the last video, I did show you some of the common strategies that you can implement in order to mitigate the fileless based attacks, okay, which may harm your computer. However, in this video, I'm going to show you in a more holistic way of how you can implement a combination of solutions that will protect your computer against these fileless attacks. So basically, in the previous video, it was all about configuration management, okay, implementing some system or device level configurations, which if you employ, it's going to mitigate fileless attacks, okay, partially. However, there is still space for improvement. Okay, you still have a lot of options that you can inculcate within your computer, particularly if you're using a laptop or a desktop. However, this also applies for enterprise devices, guys. However, enterprise, we're not much bothered about an enterprise network, guys. This video is solely for end users, basically. Okay, and the consumers, you, me, and home based users. Okay, if you're looking to protect your computers against these fileless attacks, which could be nefarious. So let's quickly get started, guys. So this video is going to be utilizing some of the computers inbuilt security features that are by default available. You just have to enable them. Okay, basically, guys, as you know, the fileless based attacks usually happen via malicious execution of probably your unsigned partial scripts or any VBA codes. So in the previous video, I showed you how to block all macros, okay, that may get executed, or in the form of code insertion to your legitimate Windows system processes like your winword.exe, excel.exe, powerpoint.exe. Okay, however, that is one mitigation thing that you have already done, guys, which I showed you earlier. And also I had showed you how to restrict the execution of unsigned partial scripts in the last video as well. So now what we're doing is this is like your additional layer of protection, guys. Okay, apart from those best practices or mitigations which you have already applied, these are system level protection. Like for example, since all the malicious codes get executed or loaded on your memory directly, as in your random access memory, so it's important we enable a security mechanism which frequently scans your memory. Okay, so that is what is called as real-time protection, guys, within your Windows Defender antivirus capability. Okay, so all you have to do is just go to Windows security, guys. Okay, so this is one of your primary goals, to enable real-time protection, which should frequently scan your memory for any anomaly behavior coming in the form of loading of unsigned partial scripts. Okay, which would allow an attacker to hook into your computer. Okay, so all you have to do is open this and just go to manage settings here, and you need to ensure that entire feature is selected. Okay, particularly the real-time protection is what it's going to help you with the memory scanning. Okay, so you have to ensure if all these features are enabled, guys. Tamper protection, automatic sample submission, cloud delivered protection, or dev drive protection. However, these are irrelevant. The very first thing you need to enable is real-time protection. Ensure it is on, and so this is one check covered. That is, you can see here, location stops malware from installing or running on a device. Okay, and I can turn off the setting for a short time before it turns back on automatically. Okay, so basically leave this on, guys, and this is your antivirus real-time protection basically, which will keep on scanning your device for any anomaly behavior. Okay, so the next important feature that you need to enable is memory integrity, which is called as um, basically I'll show you here. So it is core isolation. Yeah. So under core isolation, this is one of the security features, guys, just talking about memory integrity, which would prevent attacks coming in the form of malicious code insertion into your highly secure processes, Windows processes. So basically, this applies, okay, to your app-based executions, okay, coming in the form of unsigned partial script injected into your let's say Excel document or your Word document or your PowerPoint document. Okay, so that is what this particular feature is going to protect you from, like execution of malicious code which are inserted into your high security processes. Okay, even if it applies for your fileless attacks as well, because the unsigned PowerShell script that I'm talking about, it is a malicious code basically. Okay, how it is getting executed, guys? It is via partial.exe. Okay, so partial.exe is a legitimate Windows process or utility. So then, so if we enable this feature, okay, in case there is an unsigned partial script getting executed, this feature is coming into play and it's going to prevent your device from the negative impact of executing of those of that particular partial script. Okay, and so just you have to enable this, ensure this is enabled. And here the second one is kernel mode hardware enforced stack protection. Okay, again it's going to prevent you your system from running harmful code, okay, within your kernel mode memory. Okay, so this, leave this as enabled. Okay, you can see memory access protection. If you enable these two features, it means your memory access, okay, it is protected. So this is the secondary feature, guys, that you need to enable. Okay, so to protect your device from file based attacks. Okay, so that is second check that is covered. And then what you have is you have app and browser control, guys. Okay, here there is another important feature which I was talking about, exploit guard. Okay, this again your system level security feature, guys. If you click on this, here what you see is you need to ensure that all these features are enabled, guys. Okay, control flow guard, data execution prevention, and then you can turn on this as well. Okay, it requires you to restart your device and this one randomize memory location. Okay, and all these features, let it be turned on. Okay, let it remain in on mode. Okay, and then if you want a more fine-tuned app-based protection, guys, like I said, right, malicious code gets inserted into your most utilized let's say the insertion, that is the malicious code can get inserted or injected into your legitimate office applications, like for example Excel or WinWord or PowerPoint. Okay, how are you going to protect further protect those application I mean coming the attacks coming in the form of your legitimate Windows applications, right? How are you going to protect the application itself using the program settings? So here what you have to do is you can define rules basically. Okay, this is one way of reducing the attack surface, guys. Okay, for example, if I want to protect my excel.exe, okay, the from let's say malicious code, it's going to get executed via excel.exe. Okay, how am I going to protect my application itself, as in excel.exe itself? Okay, so that's what I'm going to define in this particular rule, guys. Okay, within this program settings for excel.exe. Here what I'm going to do is particularly concomitant to fileless based attacks, what I would suggest is enabling all these rules which I'm just showing you. You can enable this one. Again, like I said, you can see prevents non-image backed executable code. Okay, so you have to check on this option, select on. Okay, if you want, you can I think you should not be enabling the rest of the two boxes here. And now what you have to do is you can check this one option here, code integrity guard. Okay, and you can turn this feature on, and then control flow guard, you can turn this on as well. And then data execution prevention, you can see prevents code from being run from data only memory pages. It's again referring to memory here. You can turn this feature on. Okay, and then what else you can do? This one, force randomization for images. Okay, this is already enabled, so it's good here. So you can see here, you can enable this one again. Anything that is referring to memory here, guys, you have to enable anything related to memory, or There is a reference to memory here. Okay, and then you can enable this one. You can enable this one as well if you want. And you can, and if you see anything related to code, you can enable. Okay, so and then all you have to do is just click on apply, and that's it, guys. So we have defined 10 rules here. Okay, for excel.exe. So any attacks or triggers coming in the form of code execution or code insertion or code injection. Okay, it's called as technique as per MITRE framework. So basically, this particular technique, if it's getting involved in the form of code injection, okay, to your excel.exe, and if Excel is supposedly becoming susceptible to such kinds of fileless attacks, this particular definement here that we have done under program settings for exploit protection is going to protect the excel.exe itself. As in, it's going to restrict the excel.exe or protect itself to or it's going to restrain excel.exe from executing those malicious fileless codes, guys. Okay, that is going to get invoked or executed on memory itself, or on memory itself, or if it's getting, or if it's trying to load itself on your memory. Okay, this particular implementation of protection in the form of rules that we have just assigned, okay, is going to protect again the excel.exe application itself. Okay, so this is how you do it, guys. For rest of the applications also, application binary. Okay, let's say if you can see WinWord. Okay, here you have PowerPoint. Okay, so we'll do the same. Okay, we'll do the same for PowerPoint.exe also, and this one. So like I said, anything that we see in reference to memory or code, we just go ahead and enable it. Okay, and then I just have to click on apply and restart. So this is kind of additional layer of security guide that we are implementing. Okay, we are just utilizing our own system level capabilities, which our Windows operating system is bundled with. That is your Microsoft Defender for Microsoft Defender's antivirus capabilities, as well as these additional protection features like exploit protection. Okay, which we are just going through. Okay, and you can see the WinWord is also there. You can do similar thing for your WinWord.exe as well. Okay, and so this is all I wanted to show, guys. Okay, and ensure all the if you just go to virus and threat protection here, I just have to see green for all. Just a second. So all these features needs to be enabled, guys. This check mark, right? Green color check mark or tick mark, you can call. All these needs to be in green. Okay, so it means that all major features are turned on. Okay, in case if you see any red mark, it means that needs an action. Okay, warrants an action. And so that's all that I want to show, guys. So this is a holistic approach of protecting your computer against fileless attacks coming in the form of fileless malware via code insertion or code injection technique. Okay, and once you ensure all these things, or all these checks are available already on your device, means your system is almost protected against these fileless attacks. And if you found this video helpful, please hit the upward button, guys, and don't forget to subscribe my channel for more useful videos like this. And we'll meet in the next video, guys, and then stay safe. We'll cheers. Bye bye. A few moments later. So another strategic defense you can build against these fileless attacks is by deploying EDR sensor or EDR client or EDR software on your computers, guys. Okay, so that's what I'm going to show you now, how to install or onboard EDR software on my computer. Okay, that will by default protect or mitigate uh, threats or risks coming in the form of fileless malwares. Okay, which generally, okay, generally speaking, it does have some techniques like API hooking, process hollowing, and then a lot more. It has to silence an EDR solution, guys. Okay, but however, EDR is still capable enough, very much capable enough to mitigate risks or threats coming in the form of fileless malwares, guys, by simply with its functionalities like behavioral analysis, anomaly detection, as well as machine learning. All these capabilities makes it a robust software to prevent your devices against these fileless attacks. Okay, so let's quickly get started, guys. I'm going to use Microsoft's Defender for Endpoint capability. Okay, I'm just going to log into security.microsoft.com just now. Okay, quickly go to settings option, and here I will see endpoints option, and then under device management I will click onboarding and select my operating system. Connectivity type will be streamlined, and then deployment method will be local script, and I will click download package, guys. And here what I will do is I will just open it and I will extract it, guys. Okay, if I double click and run it, what will happen is it will say like this. I just have to run it anyway. But however, I have to run it as administrator just now, and I have to give yes, guys. So you can see here, guys, it's actually saying successfully onboarded machine to Defender for endpoint, and I will hit enter. And it's simply if I just go to services now, services.mse. So guys, having EDR solution on your machine will give a significant level of protection of around 85 to 90%, okay, against these fileless attacks. So we quickly go to Microsoft, guys, or Windows. I should see the service running. This is the main service, guys, which is called as Windows Defender ADP service, which is running now. If I go to log on, or sorry, if I see the executable related to the service, which is mssense.exe, and if I quickly do cmd, and then if I just type sc query sense, it should be in running state. You can see this service is running now, okay. And ensure, and now what I will do is, and just if I go to devices tab here, I should see my device reporting over here. You can see here, you should see the status, sensor status is active and onboarding status is onboarded, okay. And this means that the device is going to be protected against all these fileless attacks. So it's basically an extra layer of protection along with your Defender antivirus, which is already running. Is by default available within your um, Defender security component, or as part of your Defender security suite. Okay, so you can see which I was telling, right? Behavioral monitoring. This is only possible when you have Defender, guys. Okay, real-time protection is generally your both your antivirus and your EDR working in tandem, and doing real-time scans. Okay, and that's how it is done, guys. You can basically run a scan as well here. Just say test, and a scan should be triggered on my device. All right, just verifying this. Now if I go here, and just to make sure, I will go to Windows Security, this one here. Just select manage settings. So basically, if you see here, this setting is managed by your administrator, it says. Okay, so basically it needs to be turned on, guys. Okay, so for that, what I will do is, this is called as tamper protection. You just have to go to advanced features over here. I need to ensure that the tamper protection is enabled, guys. Not sure why it's showing as needs to be enabled. So probably the device needs a restart, guys. Okay, and after that, what I will do is just keep pushing out different policies here. What also I can do is, can create a custom detection rule over here. That I need to go to advanced setting. Not now. Create a detection rule here. Say device info, where that value contains. I will quickly create a detection rule here. So what I will say is, I'll say ADR silencer. All right. Then here I will just keep it continuous NRT, and I will say ADR silencer again. Okay. I will keep it as high. What I will do is I will just say defensivation. Okay. And I will like I said before, start of this video, like there are a lot of techniques here that gets involved: process hollowing, code, and then you can say disabling. Say disabling security solutions. Where it should be here. Process injection. I can select this as well. Looking for disable. Not getting it. Process following edit select. Just a second. So finally figured out. This is what I want to choose. So disabling security tools, tactics. This one over here. Okay, that's done, guys. This could be left with anything. Okay, and I will say auto remediate. Okay, I'm going to say next. Let us say same thing. Next, say device name. You can say run an antivirus scan, initiate investigation, strict apps execution. Next, so that's it, guys. I've created a custom detection rule now. All right, and so it says scope is all devices. If I want to edit it, I can do that. If I want to run it, so it is going to continuously run, guys. So it's not like a manually that I can run. It's going to continuously run. That's what it means. Okay. So this is how we create a custom detection rule, guys. Okay. And what else I can do here? So I have enabled the EDR in block mode, guys. So we can check preferences here. It should be checked in partial, guys. Let me quickly go ahead and do it for you. MP. So go to a MP computer status just now. We'll show all the configuration details, guys. Like this one, engine version, AM running mode, etc. And if I just go to Windows security, and even here, you see I did run a scan right on this device. Let me quickly check the status of the scan, whether it got completed or not. That can be seen over here. You can see here, since this particular action is pending completion yet, guys. Perhaps tomorrow we can check back because I think the data is still going to be the data might be still populating. Okay, you can check a secure score as well, but I think that is all gonna take time. But anyways, it has displayed the secure score. It is pretty low for my device. Perhaps addressing all these recommended actions will increase or enhance my secure score, guys. So you can see all these are to be addressed, like enabling 2FA and a lot more like this. So if I just go to tamper settings now, as you can see here, guys, I changed the setting right on the portal. Now it's actually turned on. You can see here this one. It was initially off, right? And I turned it, actually refreshed this particular setting in portal, and now it's reflecting is turned on. Okay, so it's setting is managed by your administrator. Means is because the computer, sorry, the EDR is currently running in managed mode, guys. Okay, both the antivirus as well as the EDR solution, the capability is now is not self-managed just now. It's all managed through this portal. All right, guys. If you found this video helpful, please hit the button, guys. Don't forget to subscribe my channel for more useful videos like this. And we'll meet in the next video. Until then, stay safe. Video, cheers, bye bye.
Also, once again, I thank you everyone who watched this video. Stay safe, stay blessed. Thank you. हाय गाइस, तो अंत में मैं ये कहना चाहूँगा कि आप सभी का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद मेरा इस वीडियो को पूरा देखने के लिए और टिके रहने के लिए। मिलते हैं अगले वीडियो में गाइस। अंटिल देन स्टे सेफ, वी टेल यू, चीयर्स, टाटा, बाय बाय।